to inform you on how to pitch a softball and the many pitches that you can throw. I've been playing softball since I was 4 and pitching since I was about 10, so these pitches have become very familiar to me. To learn these pitches, I used to have to sit around with the softball and place my fingers on the seams so I would know how to throw the ball correctly. Before you begin pitching, you should warm up and stretch very good to ensure that you don't have any muscle tears or serious injuries. After you throw and loosen your arm, you should begin a pitch and warm-up process. The first step of this process is wrist snaps. You should stand about 3 feet from your catcher with your feet shoulder length apart, and you should take the ball by your side and flick it out of your wrist using no legs and none of your arm, just your wrist. The second step of this process, you should pull the ball back even with your shoulder, like this, and you should come through and still release with your wrist, not using much of your arm, but some of it. The third step of this process, you should bring the ball up beside your head and still come around and release with your wrist, using most of your arm. You can also step with your leading foot when doing this drill. The last step of this warm-up process, you should stick both arms straight out in front of you and come around, still stepping with your foot, and release the ball by your side with your wrist. Then you should be warmed up good so you can begin pitching. The first pitch that many pitchers use is the fastball. You can place a fastball inside and outside, also high or low. To throw a fastball, you should put your fingers on each seam, your index finger and your middle finger. To throw this ball, you just keep your stride normal and you come around and release straight. The second pitch that you can throw is a changeup. There are 2 types of changeup, but the changeup that I throw is a circle change. You place your hand on the ball with a circle around the seams. You release the same way you do as a fastball. You come around and release, but this will be much slower than a fastball, causing the batters to become off balance. The second kind of changeup you can throw is a knuckle, and it's slower than a fastball also. The third pitch you can throw is a drop ball. There are 2 kinds of drop balls. The first kind is a rollover drop, which is the kind that most prefer. To throw this, you place all 4 fingers around the seams, and when you throw, your stride is shorter than normal, and when you come around, you roll your arm all the way over, causing the ball to drop when it gets to the hitter, making it harder to hit. The second kind of drop you can throw is a peel drop. When you throw this pitch, it's the same stride as a fastball, but when you come around to release, you pull the ball back, causing it to drop as well. The next pitch you can throw is a rise ball. When you throw a rise ball, you put 2 fingers on the left seam and 1 on the right. You have a longer stride than you do when throwing a fastball, and when you come around, you make your release point higher than you would as if it was a fastball. The next pitch you can throw is a screwball. You leave your fingers on the same spot of the seams as you do a rise ball, except when you come around to release, you keep your elbow on the inside of your body and let your hand go out to the right side of you. This causes the ball to be on the other side of the plate, making it harder for hitters to hit. The next pitch is a curveball. You leave your hands the same as they were before, and when you come around to release, you let the ball go across your body, causing it to be on the other side of the plate. This is all of the pitches that I throw, and I hope that these have helped you.